The British Empire was the largest empire in history, spanning roughly 4 centuries and covering about a quarter of the world's land surface at its peak in the 1920s. *** Origins and early expansion 16th–17th centuries. *** England's imperial ventures began modestly in the late 1500s. Early attempts at colonization in the Americas, like the failed Roanoke colony, gave way to successful settlements at Jamestown 1607 and Plymouth 1620. The British established colonies along North America's eastern seaboard while competing with Spain, France, and the Netherlands for global influence. The East India Company, chartered in 1600, began trading operations in Asia that would eventually transform into territorial control. *** The First British Empire, 1607 to 1783. This period centered on Atlantic trade and American colonies. Britain established a profitable triangular trade system involving manufactured goods, enslaved Africans, and colonial raw materials like sugar, tobacco, and cotton. The 7 Years' War 1756–63 left Britain dominant in North America and India, but heavily indebted. Attempts to tax American colonies to pay war debts sparked the American Revolution, and Britain lost its 13 American colonies in 1783, a devastating blow that forced imperial recalibration. *** The Second British Empire 1783–1914 *** After American independence, Britain pivoted toward Asia, Africa, and the Pacific. India became the jewel in the crown, following the 1857 rebellion, when the British government assumed direct control from the East India Company. The 19th century saw aggressive expansion. Britain acquired strategic outposts like Singapore and Hong Kong, colonized Australia and New Zealand, displacing indigenous peoples, and participated in the scramble for Africa, claiming vast territories from Egypt to South Africa. The empire was driven by multiple factors: economic interests in raw materials and markets, strategic naval concerns protecting trade routes, missionary zeal, and racist ideologies of British superiority. The Royal Navy's dominance enabled this expansion and protected global trade networks. The empire reached its maximum territorial extent after World War I, when Britain gained former German and Ottoman territories as League of Nations mandates. However, the war had weakened Britain economically and exposed the empire's vulnerabilities. World War II further drained British resources and accelerated nationalist movements across the colonies. India's independence struggle, led by figures like Gandhi and Nehru, gained unstoppable momentum. The post-1945 era witnessed rapid imperial dissolution. India and Pakistan gained independence in 1947, sparking a wave of decolonization across Asia, Africa, and the Caribbean. Some transitions were relatively peaceful. Others, like Kenya, Malaya, and Cyprus, involved violent conflicts. By the 1960s, most African colonies had achieved independence. Britain's 1956 Suez Crisis humiliation demonstrated its diminished global status. The process largely concluded with Hong Kong's return to China in 1997. Early British Empire's legacy remains deeply contested. It spread the English language, parliamentary systems, and common law traditions worldwide, creating cultural and institutional connections that persist in the Commonwealth. However, it also inflicted immense harm: the slave trade, famines in India and Ireland, brutal suppression of resistance, extraction of wealth from colonized territories, and the imposition of arbitrary borders that fuel conflicts today. Modern debates continue over how to reckon with this complex, often devastating history.